Morning folks, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School, and this morning I just want to show you a couple quick tip or tricks to clamp and work wood, and also to improve the performance of your Pathfinder knife and tool packable draw knife. Stay with me. Okay, so first of all, in case you're not familiar with it, this is the Pathfinder Forge and Tool packable draw knife, and the packable draw knife was really designed to just give you a small blade that you could manipulate fine carving, fine shaving, and planing work with in the woods, should you choose to go out to the woods with the intent of working wood. This is not necessarily something you'd carry in your pack every day. It's not a survival item, it's a woodworking item. But it's a small packable item and an option beyond the large, heavy, bulky draw knife. And it's basically made from 1095 steel. It's been forged and ground by hand here at the Pathfinder School, and it's set up to be used with just your hands over the top as a small drawing type blade. And most draw knives are used actually blade down, and they're a single bevel grind on one side. These are 35 degrees. Okay, so what I do to cover my blade is a pretty simple sheathing. I just have a rectangle piece of pigskin here that I roll the blade into, just like this, and on the corner I've punched a hole in it for a piece of leather tie, and I just wrap that around like this, and on the last one I put a half hitch in it, and now my blade's nice and safe if it's in my backpack or in my bag that I'm carrying into the woods. Okay, one good trick with this draw knife, if you're going to use it very much in the woods and you want to get some really fine control, not that you can't get it with your hands, because you can, but you can make it more comfortable by utilizing these holes where the tangs have been turned over to put toggles inside, just like this, and cut yourself just a couple sticks of green wood. And because the edges inside there are 90 degrees, they lock pretty well, and then you can adjust those handles to where they feel most comfortable for you. You can put your thumbs on top, or you can wrap them around, and then you have more control to maintain angle on that draw knife when you're using it for a long period of time. And when you're done, you can just take the toggles out and you can leave them in the woods if you choose. Okay, this is a simple example of a Woodland Vise, a small miniature shave horse, if you will. And it's simply two rebar staples of different lengths that have been driven into a hewn surface on a log, one a little higher than the next. And the way this thing's set up is set up as a teaching aid right now so that I can carry it with me, but this surface represents the hewn surface of a longer piece of material, like a downfall tree or a tree that you have taken down on purpose to harvest green wood from. You hew a surface of that tree so that it's flat, you drive these two staples in, and then you have an on-the-fly makeshift vise or shave horse, especially for working smaller wood components or thinner wood components like a bow stave. And the way this thing works is very simple. You would take your flat or your stave and you would slide it in wherever you decide you want it so that you can work it. It doesn't matter. The reason this thing is at an angle is so that you can manipulate it around a little bit like this if you want to. And then you're only going to take another wedge that you can cut from green wood, slide it underneath the first staple. Just take a shard of wood and a mallet and hammer it in. And now this piece of wood is locked, and I can pull my draw knife out and I can begin to work that piece of wood. Okay folks, that was just a couple quick tip or tricks on working wood in a woodland environment. And again, we don't always go out to the woods to enjoy camping, tramping, hiking, trekking, whatever you want to call it, in survival mode. Lots of times I go to the woods with the intent of working on a project using materials from the landscape. And having the proper tools to manipulate that material is very, very important. It also conserves the resources of things like your belt knife that you may use for carving, or your axe or your hatchet, to use the correct tools in the correct application to manipulate that material to achieve a better result for a project that you truly care about. I appreciate your views, I appreciate your support, and thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.